Hello and welcome, thanks for tuning in. We all love those products because they are so easy, so quick and so effective to use. I'm speaking of quick detailers, spray waxes and spray sealants. However, a lot of you guys out there, especially the beginners amongst you, have difficulties to apply them streak and smear free. And that's why I want to provide you with some basic tips how to properly apply those products. So as I said, in this video I want to give you some basic tips on how you can apply those products. Now, there is a huge variety of quick detailer spray waxes or spray sealants on the market. And the first tip I want to give you is that in general and as a basic rule of thumb, the more durable, the more resistant, the more hydrophobic such a product is, the harder it will be to apply. This stems from the basic principle that all car care products are always compromises between different product characteristics, and products which are extremely durable, extremely hydrophobic, extremely resistant are hardly ever extremely easy to apply. So if you really want a product that is easy and quick to apply without issues, without fuss, then go for, I would say, traditional quick detailers and not necessarily for the best, for the most durable, for the strongest spray sealants. So tip number 2, don't ask something from these chemicals that they cannot fulfill, and don't make it harder for them to do what they are supposed to do. What I mean by that is especially keep an eye on the outside temperatures and the humidity levels. In winter, for example, when it's cold, my general tip is don't apply these products when it gets below 10 degrees Celsius, because not only can issues occur because the panels of your car are cold, cold air can't really keep the moisture, the water in it, and therefore the moisture can get on the panels of your car and hinder these products from working properly, can make it difficult to apply them, and most of all can hinder these products to properly bond or adhere or stick to your car's paint. And the same accounts for summer. If the sun is shining down on those panels and they get really hot, then it is only a matter of time before you run into issues when you apply those products, because they simply evaporate too quickly in order to be able to work properly. Tip number 3, don't apply too much product. This is one of the single most common mistakes, especially among beginners and especially when it comes to protective products. And especially if you have products like the Sonax BrilliantShine detailer, which has a spray trigger on it that does not really create a fine mist of product. And when you now go ahead and just do that, then you have way too much product on one single spot, which will make it very hard to properly spread it across the panel, and there will be definitely issues with streaking. So when you use such products, especially if they have spray triggers like this, then either get another spray bottle with a better spray trigger which creates a finer mist, or do this typical elegant hand movement that so many detailers, especially the professional ones, do, namely this one. Do it in a fluid motion, and then you have more product in a bigger area, which makes it much easier to properly spread. And then we come to tip 4, which is, I will call it now, the 2-towel method, which I didn't invent. There are a lot of people which use it, but it is definitely the method I use in order to make sure to apply any of those products pretty much without any issue of streaking or clouding. The method is not complicated. In fact, it's very easy. You just use 2 different towels, or you use an applicator and a towel, and you use one towel or the applicator to spread the product, and you use a fresh towel in order to buff the product out. What this method does is making sure that when you're buffing out or buffing off these products, that you have a fresh towel which is not full of product, which is not moist, which is the most common issue when it comes to streaking off those products, because you use one towel for the whole car, which just gets saturated with these products, and then it becomes almost impossible to properly work with those products. And I would say we now look at this method with 2 popular products, which is the Sonax BrilliantShine detailer and the Yum ceramic. So when it comes to the 2 towel method, my tip to you is use 2 different kinds of towels. These 2 are from Yumcars, which I like a lot, but I have here a short nap, short pile towel, which is very thin, you see, because these towels can't really suck up a lot of product and they will just give the product up onto your car's paint, whereas the thicker, more plush towel will be able to pick up the product better and keep it inside of there, and you reduce the risk of scratches when you have to apply a bit more pressure. So on this side of the hood I will apply the Yum ceramic, and I will talk about the 5th tip I want to give you, which is not that important if you use the 2 towel method, but it further helps to reduce the risks of issues when you apply such products, and this is: don't spray the products directly onto the paint, but into your chosen microfiber towel, because now the product is in there and you make pretty much sure that there are no high spots of product on your car's paint, and you can now just apply the product there. But as I said, if you use the 2 towel method, you can also go ahead and spray it with a fine mist there. The spray triggers of the Yum ceramic are indeed rather good. And now the important part, you grab your plush towel, and you wipe over it. You can also switch the side to be a little bit more sure that you don't have any product leftovers there. And this is how you apply such products without any issues. A variation of the 2 towel method is to use such a microfiber applicator block instead of the short nap towel. We will do that with the Sonax BrilliantShine Detail. Now spray it into the applicator block and then spread the product with the applicator, which may be more handy for some of you, but the 2nd step is exactly the same. You grab your plush towel and you wipe off any product residue that you have. This method with the applicator block I actually prefer for very thick, very powerful, very strong products like the Sonax BSD, because I just think that the application and the ability to spread the product works even better with such a product. But as you can see, it also works to help apply those products without any issues. And now, just to make sure everything worked properly, we will now have a look at the beads that the Sonax BrilliantShine Detailer created. And I would say, yes, that's how we love it. That's how we know the product. Absolutely beautiful. And I would say the method worked. So, as you just saw, that's my method, how I apply quick detailers, spray waxes, sealants, and make sure that I run into as little issues as possible when it comes to streaking or smearing. I'll admit, it's not rocket science. You just use 2 different towels, a short pile one to spread the product and a thicker one to buff the products off, or you use a microfiber applicator to spread them and then the plusher towel to remove them. It's a simple, but it's also a very, very effective method, and all you have to do and all you have to change is just to buy a 2nd towel. I hope that you liked this video, and I especially hope that these tips will help you to use those products even better, even quicker, and with less issues. So if you liked this video, leave us a thumbs up, follow the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.
We'll be right back.